Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya.
Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya.
Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Rama Rama Ram, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar. Bhagavan Shri Yogi Ramsuratkumar ki jai. Sarvam Yogi Ramsuratkumar Arpanamastu. This is no small grace that we have all gathered here to sing His powerful name. So let's offer our grateful pranams with this Nama Sankirtan as Nama lotuses at His lotus feet. And we shall continue to offer the Seva lotuses as well at the feet of Bhagavan. Bhagavan often said that my Father alone exists. There is nothing else, no one else. He could see only Father everywhere without exception. So he kept declaring the truth that he found out and experienced from moment to moment to moment. So Father alone exists. And then we see this cosmos and varieties of people, varieties of animals, varieties of vegetation. And yet, Bhagavan kept on declaring, Father alone exists, and there is nothing else, no one else. There is a beautiful happening that happened to Papa Ramadas when he was somewhere up north. Maybe it was Vashista Guha. Some place in the north. One day, in a cellar or something like a cave, he was seated with some fellow beggars as well, and they were doing bhajans. It is all forest around, and this is a cave. So what do you expect? Suddenly, a cobra entered the cave. They were all doing bhajans, absorbed in God's name and God's glory. Now, as soon as the cobra entered, naturally it frightened everybody. And they all left the bhajans and rushed out in a hurry, just to save themselves. But Papa Ramadas just sat through, would not budge at all. Just kept on sitting and singing the bhajans. Now people were all asking, you see, it's a cobra, it's poisonous. Come on, let's all go out. Don't be so stubborn. Get up, come. But he said, why should we be afraid? We are singing the glory of God. And even this cobra is Ram. This is Cobra Ram, was come to visit us. Why should we be afraid of that? And then he took out a piece of jaggery from his pocket. The cobra began to move near him. It was snaking its way to him who was seated there. And as it came near, Papa Ramadas just kept this piece of jaggery in front of that. Strangely, the snake, you know how long is a tongue, how it keeps hanging its tongue out. Now, it came near and it licked the jaggery piece. and then went away. Imagine lots of people sitting together, singing the bhajans just like we are doing. But my remembrance is that it was a cave. Now all others left hurriedly, whereas Papa Ramadas was sitting there continuing the bhajan. He was not in the least afraid, because he was seeing only Father in everything and everyone. So to him it was cobra, Ram. Even as he was singing Ram Nam, without any break, all the time, wherever he was moving. Here, he was also practicing surrender. So Nama alone is not enough, you must also practice surrender. He was trying to see Ram in every creature of the cosmos, be it animals or humans. To him it did not matter. He only saw Ram everywhere. So, without getting frightened and with a smile on his face which was radiant, he continued singing the bhajans, and the cobra came near, licked the piece of jaggery that was offered by Papa Ramadas, and Papa Ramadas was watching it, completely fascinated. At the same time, his mouth was singing Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai. And then all those people were watching it with such awe and wonder. Then he took that piece of jaggery that was licked by the snake, put it into his mouth as prasad. So all those people who were there far away watching the whole thing, you can imagine their reaction when Papa Ramadas put it into his mouth as prasad from Cobra Ram. This is the truth. Nothing happened to him. He went into a deep trance, and people saw. He was the very divinity itself. His face was radiant, and there was a beautiful smile on his lips. He was not in the least afraid of the snake. So the snake Ram came near him, licked the piece of jaggery that he offered and went away, and Papa Ramadas took the prasad from snake Ram. So nothing happened to him. He continued to be healthy and involved in his practice of presence of Ram everywhere. So this is what it means when Bhagavan said, my Father alone exists, there is nothing else, no one else, which means whatever exists can only be Ram, the divine Ram. Such was the conviction of Papa Ramadas, such was his practice of presence of Ram in everything, that it really worked. It became the truth for him. For us, we have to practice this again and again and again. We must try to see only Ram in everything and everywhere. This must be accompanied by incessant chanting of the name. So this is a Mahatma. I remember the second time I went to see Bhagavan in Sannathi Street house, it was locked. And somebody said he had just left for Arunachaleswara temple. Immediately I ran my way to the spot where he was seated. At that time, I did not fear him at all because I had no idea how he was. That he was unpredictable and that you would never know what he would say next, what he would do next, and that he might chase you out. That you might think, what kind of Mahatma is he? So ruthless, and there is no kindness at all in him. You would never know in his chasing you out, so many unwanted things had been chased away too from you. Anyway, I had no fear. I was not afraid at all. I went straight to him. And then with folded hands I asked him. I said, I used to call him Maharaj those times. I said, Maharaj, please bless me with one pointed concentration. You know what he said? You will get it, but one thing. Remember, my Father alone exists. It is He who has become the whole cosmos. It is He who is in everything and in everyone. This is all that he said. So unless we practice, along with the Nama chanting, that when I chant the name, He is within me. He is instantly present in me. That's what Bhagavan said. Your word and its meaning are inseparable, and therefore the mantra and the meaning of the mantra are inseparable. And what is the meaning of the mantra? The presence of God. So whichever name you call out, you can be sure the Nami is instantly present in you. This is what our Bhagavan taught us. So when he said, it's my Father who is in everyone and in everything, remember, you will get one-pointed concentration. So along with the Nama chanting, the serious sadhaks who cry out to God for merger in Him should know that they should also practice seeing Ram, seeing Yogi Ramsuratkumar in everything and in everyone. I remember another incident when Papa Ramadas was in Khatri Hill near Mangalore. That was after visiting Tiruvannamalai, after having universal vision up there in one of the caves. He went back, he continued his practice of incessant chanting of the name, and he went to the cave there, and he fell into deep meditation often. There was only one possession, and that was a metallic tumbler with him. That was also dented in so many places. It looked very pathetic. But it just didn't matter to him. So he just kept it near and went into deep meditation. And suddenly somebody came and took it away. Finally, when he did open his eyes, he found even that tumbler, which was in such pathetic condition, was gone, was stolen by somebody. His attendant, he came and found that the tumbler was missing. He felt very bad. The one little thing that he possessed, he could not save it. He was a little irritated with Papa Ramadas, but he didn't show. He went and bought a brand new tumbler and brought it to him and said, Papa, you lost that. Now I have got you a new one. Please take care. See that he doesn't get lost. Papa Ramadas nodded his head with a smile. What else he could take? So he just continued his meditation, and after some time when he opened his eyes, he found even this brand new tumbler was missing. It was gone. Now the attendant came and found this tumbler also missing. He became wild. And he said, he shouted at Papa Ramadas, "What is this? Why did you allow this to happen? Who did it?" Papa Ramadas said with a smile, "Ram gave and Ram took it away." He said, "Ram gives and Ram takes." This is seeing the presence of Ram in everything and in everyone. We shall now offer our today's prayer, and along with the prayers that have been given to us by Bhagavan, we shall make the special prayer also. Let us remember, Ram gives, Ram takes. Ram alone exists. There is nothing else, no one else. Even then, we are not in that state to be able to see Ram in everyone and in everything. And so this world is still a reality to us. We cannot dismiss this world as Maya. For when the hunger happens, we need food. When the thirst happens, we need water to drink. And we have to interact with so many people and situations in this world. And we would know that nothing is Maya, everything is real. So at our level, we have to make these prayers, because everything exists with all the differences. We pray to you, Bhagavan, for that's all we can do, and we do it a million times for your immediate divine intervention to change the attitude of the world. There is so much enmity around and violence. As the cosmic controller, we beg you, Bhagavan, to bring in peace, unity, discipline and order and harmony into the lives of people, so that people would live a dharmic life with remembrance of God. Bhagavan, there are already wars going on with such violence and disastrous effects. We beg you to stop them immediately so that peace be prevalent everywhere. We also beg you, Bhagavan, to bless the whole world so that there will be no thought of enmity at all among people, no thought of war. We also pray to you to keep under control those sudden attacks of vicious diseases and violent furies of nature and those devastating accidents. Above this, we also pray that you uproot all the negativities of the human mind, all the asuric thoughts which are responsible for the violence that we see around. Whichever country people belong to, whatever language they speak, and whatever religion they have embraced, everyone has to go through this law of karma necessarily. The law of karma is divine justice, and nobody can escape it. It does not wait for your faith to build up. It's precise and ruthless. But then above this, there is what we call the causeless grace of God. When people are subjected to some suffering or the other, some adversity or the other, and that without help or protection, what can we seek? What can we do to come out of it? So let us all appeal to His compassion and generosity and pray that His grace should reach out to everyone, all those people, all over the world who are suffering for some reason or the other, and that without help or protection. To get some relief, to go beyond it. We also pray to you, Bhagavan, to protect all those unselfish people who have been working hard for the welfare of the others from unnecessary, unworthy, unhealthy criticisms and aspersion. We pray to you to promote the economy of the country and the country's growth in varied spheres of activity, right from science and technology to spirituality, so that India would reach that high status of the world teacher, conducting the whole world in the path of Dharma. We also pray to you with all intensity, earnestness and sincerity to bless us with ceaseless and joyful chanting of His powerful name, an unbroken remembrance of His leelas and teachings, that we assimilate it and make it into Atma Shakti. We pray to you, Bhagavan, to bless us all to be only sattvic instruments in your hands and not rakshasic, even by mistake. Please bless our everyday life so that we run it as an offering to you and not be caught by the temptations of Maya. We also seek that ultimate state of being, the state of bliss and peace, that state of pure awareness of yours. But then we need to be purified. Our minds are right now afflicted by various residual latent tendencies of our past karmas, especially bad karmas. And there is so much worldliness in us all, worldly desires. So what happens, there are severe attacks of vicious fear, anger, and fiery words of abuse, jealousy, vengeance, passion, and the sorrow. No matter how many blessings we get in life, we always compare ourselves with other people, and then we hold on to what we lack, what we think we lack in, and blow it out of all proportion, only to land in depression and lifelong medicine. The divine thunderous declaration of Bhagavan is that the name of God is a great boon to all of us and a sadhana that is suitable to this dark age where there is so much violence and ignorance. Just as you take, and you cannot change the rain, but you have to go out. So what do? You take an umbrella and go. When it is burning sun again, you cannot walk barefoot. So what do? You wear chappals and hold an umbrella overhead, because you cannot ask the sun to disappear. Likewise, the sufferings that we go through in life, they are inevitable. So only way we can protect ourselves is to keep chanting the name. The Nama is a very powerful weapon which can destroy our past sins and prevent us from further sins. We take refuge in your powerful name, Bhagavan, and pray to you for our early purification. And Bhagavan, wherever we live in this world, whatever work falls into our hand, we know it's all your work. You alone exist. So please bless us to do the work as seva to you, and that joyfully, without any unhealthy competition or jealousy, so that every action that we do will turn into Atma Shakti. Please bless us to practice acceptance. Acceptance of what? Whatever life brings to us, be it a joy or sorrow, it happens only by your will and is based upon our karmic account. Because it comes from God, it has got to be a definite blessing meant for our spiritual transformation, for our closer relationship with God. So let's learn to look upon every adversity as a definite blessing from God. Then, sooner or later, it will reveal how it is a blessing to us. And what's more, every adversity will end up in higher wisdom, taking root in our heart and thereby purifying it. We also beg you, Bhagavan, to bless us all with gratitude, despite all the difficulties of life. If we do not take it as a blessing, what happens? Just think, this is too much to bear, and we go mad. Our lifeboat capsizes. We collapse, we resent God and try to move away. We blame others bitterly for our own failures, little realizing that we have invited our own adversities. But God, out of His kindness and generosity, puts a blessing even in punishment. We seek your powerful blessings for all the species of the cosmos to be lifted to a higher plane. And finally, we seek redemption, liberation from the vicious cycle of births and deaths, the root cause of which is aham-bhava, our identification with the body, the ego, the utter selfishness in the form of ego, the I and mine. I want everything for myself. If I can't have it, I must have it for my people. Only my people matter to me. We beg you to uproot this aham-bhava and promote atma-bhava so that we all be blessed with that immortal life, that eternal living in merger with you, or eternal servitude in surrender to you. You, that eternal, supreme Brahman. Jai Yogi Ramsuratkumar.